Fulton County is one of the largest districts in Georgia.
We're a very diverse district, from high-achieving students to students who are struggling and behind in their learning.
Our students are disengaged with the traditional way of learning. So it's time to approach learning in a totally different way.
Syracuse City School District is made up of about 35 schools. The demographics of the district have changed significantly over the past 10 years.
There's definitely a problem with reaching students where they are.
We knew that we had to do something different than what we currently were doing.
Warren Township is on the east side of Indianapolis. We have about 13,000 students. It's a urban district.
When you have to teach a grade level curriculum and you don't have interventions built in to help fill those holes for students that are a couple years behind, it's really hard to progress forward to make sure your students are showing mastery.
How do we help kids accelerate, or how do we remediate them, or how do we help them discover what they want to know more about?
We're a K-8 district in the southwest part of Arizona. We have 17 schools. The biggest challenge that we have, of course, is meeting the needs of such a broad range of students.
A great educational experience for all of our students has always been a struggle because we have so many different backgrounds, so many different needs. We do have a large portion of students that spend half of their time in Northern California, and then they come down around October, and then they stay with us through March.
We were asking the wrong questions. And the questions we were asking were about devices and about network and about which device, and we weren't talking about what does the learning look like.
We all have a need to learn, and we have a desire to learn, and I think that we fail to awaken the wonder in a lot of kids.
When we really started to think about personalized learning, we realized that we had to reimagine the way we delivered education to students, and we had to reimagine the way students were going to consume that education as well.
We're trying to create a classroom in which the instruction and the teaching and the learning is more personalized for students. We are leveraging digital content in order to do that.
Education Elements helped us learn and understand what the models of instruction should look like.
The reason for engaging at Elements is that they are the experts on personalized learning, and they've worked with other districts and they've seen what's worked and what hasn't.
Ed Elements actually set the tone for our pace and cadence of how we were going to deliver personalized learning. We're not going to rush into it. We're going to do this very methodically, and we're going to do it very carefully in order to have the best benefits.
In Warren, we really want our kids to be innovative. We really wanted them to be really smart about, if your teacher is not here, how can I get the information I need so that I can move forward, so I can persevere through this math problem.
On Friday, we have Flex Day, so if you don't get something done during the whole week, you can just do it that day and get everything accomplished.
And so teaching the students how to use technology as a facilitator, teaching students how to use technology as a tutor, teaching students to use technology as a way of discovering or creating something on their own is where we have really put a lot of our focus. Now when you walk into a classroom, you could have 5 or 6 different groups working on different things, and on top of that, within those groups, you could have students working on something they need individually.
We are able to move around and work on different parts of group projects, and we're able to choose how we want to do it, and it's much more independent than a lot of typical classwork.
When you think about personalized learning, it really transforms the classroom or the students first, and so you're trying to engage the student with their interests and with their perspectives so that they can, own that material themselves, and then I'm there to sort of support them as they go on their own personal journey to figure out how to engage with the material.
That's so important. A teacher who's less of a person delivering information and more of a mentor and someone to help you learn that information.
We meet with our students every single day because we believe that that's how they learn best. So the use of technology and all of the other digital tools has really just kind of afforded us those opportunities.
The fan of innovation has been flamed and is roaring now. We have never seen our teachers as engaged in the process of teaching their students. We've never seen our students as engaged in the process of learning.
When I talk to the teachers who are doing the PL, they tell me that they have rediscovered the joy of teaching. They feel like they are creating lessons that are meaningful again. And they say that they feel like they're getting to know their students at a totally different level than they had before.
The thing that I hear from most teachers is that their kids are loving what they're doing. They really like having the opportunity to say which kinds of activities they want. They like the opportunity that they can go faster or slower as they need to. They feel like they have greater access to their teacher.
If I were to describe personalized learning, it's changing it from being on the playground with those pull-up bars and setting the bar high and not really instructing someone how you can get there, and saying, here's a ladder, here's a rope, here's a tree, build something and we'll help you climb as far as you can go. That's what personalized learning is doing.